down to Golgari's Sudden Rail for the finest in Cajun cuisine. Whether it's our signature brown scale brisket or the Gurmag goulash, you'll gnaw all of our items to the bone. Feed your plan at Golgari's. Whether you prey upon the spiciest root walnuts and wash it all down with our famous scorpion slasher, or try our award-winning Sakura steak sandwich with croissant kale salad, topped with our own wicker bowl sauce. This is Golgari's Sutton Grill. Go get you some.
Well, Nichols is here. Good to see you, old friend. Nice to have you in the chat again. It's been a while, you're right. Everybody, Daddy-O, Mindstab Throw here nice and early, and if you notice my voice, I had a very long, fun night, drank a little too much, woke up sounding like a frog. But I'll do my best James Earl Jones for all of you. No, just kidding. Anyway. So this is a list I've been really enjoying. I first saw it from Cooper the Red about 6 months ago. I don't know who was the original designer of it initially started out as throwing in some gardens into a swamp list so that you could eat them with Deadly Disputes and Reckoner's Bargains and get extra value when the Wellspring doesn't show up. But I found that I was having very good games against almost everything, but if I would lose to anything, and you don't want this to be the case, it would be red, because they would just be able to get just enough damage out. We do have 2 Unexpected Fangs main and a Fangren Marauder in the 2 Sovereigns, and the 3 ways to get them back with this. But I was finding I was that one turn away. In fact, on Pauper Classic Tuesday, I think I went 0-2, and it was so frustrating because I was one turn away from just totally closing the door. I was going to, easily be able to pull it off. But so because of that, I added a land and I made 2 of them Radiant Fountains so that we have a little bit of synergy with the Rot Farm, and not just the Bojuka Bog. So up to 22 lands now. And I really like this dead weight. This is just so key against a lot of the metagame right now. 3 Blood Fountains, because I can get a little reckless with my Reckoner's Bargains and Deadly Disputes. Sometimes I just target it if the token's gone or I'm in a pinch. 4 Cast Downs. I used to have 4 Chainer's Edicts. I went down to 2 now. We are running a 3 Crypt Rat package, so that helps. 2 Thorns, 2 Vampires, and 1 Marauder to really kick them in the crotch when you're playing against artifacts, and 3 Gurmag Angler. So, dog with bow tie, yes. Nice to hear from you. Thank you for that. Sorry, I'm letting all these things go by. So Paladin 19, everybody, boy, nice amount of people already. In the sideboard, another concession to burn. Serrated Scorpion. Now this obviously pays a little homage to Chid 3 and his style of brew, but against Koldatha Burn, you need both a blocker and you need to be able to gain life, and this does them both. You love it when this eats removal, like a 3-point chain lightning or something like that, and you end up gaining life. The Cuombajj Witches, I like this against there's just a variety of circumstances where 2 of these is really nice. Death to the Kami, being able to really hurt affinity where it counts if Bog doesn't show up, and being able to get makeshift munitions and stuff. On that same note, I really like Return to Nature in this list. I'm running 2 of these. We have 1 Battlefield Scrounger. I'll hold on this because a lot of people don't know about this card. You're able to, if you run up against a Millstone deck, we're able to still have game against that. And if it gets milled, then we can Blood Fountain it back. And then if it's game 2 or 3 and we're going all in, then we also have 1 copy of Feldon's Cane. Because even without mill, sometimes it's necessary, because you can, if you're playing a very grindy matchup, you can literally draw your whole deck, and it takes a while to get there. This deck's incredible at stabilizing and then just smashing for like 10 or more damage a turn, sometimes with lifelink. So I know I'm being Mr. Chatterbox here. We're going to, 22 lands. We've got 4 Deadweights, 3 Blood Fountains, the 4 Cast Down, 2 Edicts, 4 Disputes, 4 Bargains, 2 Unexpected Fangs. Look at this beautiful artwork. I really like this. He's like, oh, what's this? And he goes to touch it, and it devours his arm, and he's like, I have no arm left. I just love this little visual aids here. 3 Gurmag Angler, 1 Marauder, 2 Sovereigns, 2 Thorns, and 3 Crypt Rats. So anyway, guys, it'll be a bit grindy today. I'm not going to promise a full 5 matchups, but we'll see what we can see and go from there. I will admit, up until probably 6 hours ago, I was planning on playing our most popular deck ever, Zero, which is just, ornithopters and all these things that cost 0, from Shield Sphere to Welding Jars and everything, because of the new frog. But what I was finding is that the new frog counts on creatures, and we're just pure artifact mass, and it was stumbling a little bit. So I don't want to bring you guys something that I just threw together and hope it works sort of thing. So we will be off next week. It's one of the only shows we miss this year. There'll be a few in the early summer months, just because both our kids are graduating and things like that. So popular deck, yes, very well said. Speaking of beautiful, there are some handsome Vaults of Whispers. Yes, yeah, these are gorgeous, well worth it. All right, we will keep this. Little dead draw on this, but we've got a early removal. Woo, dog with bow tie. I like that name. I've seen a few of those in my day. Okay, here we are. Well, I guess we'll just lead off with a fountain. Try to pull off Monarch here and see what we're up against. Jungle Hollow across from us. Not a big fan of the... I guess that... when you zoom in on it, it doesn't look too bad, but from a distance it looks a little clashy. So yeah, last night we went out, a big party at a bar in Manhattan Beach, and it was all the... I know. Here, cue the eye roll. It was all the pickleball, another P word that I'm fascinated with, tournament players and stuff. And we had some birthday party for somebody I didn't even know, but everybody was like, oh, come, just, everybody's going to be dancing, playing pool and stuff like that. So I just sat in a corner all night and picked the brain of who I think is one of the better players, and just got a lot of neat downloads and stuff. It was pretty cool. So I came out a lot wiser and pretty buzzed. Here we go. Pickleganda. Yeah. Don't tempt me, Chimpskey. I'll probably end up making that channel in another 10 years. Right? But yeah, he had an interesting trajectory. He used to be kind of a tennis pro, and then he moved into paddle tennis, and then he found pickleball and was like, no comparison. Anyway, came here for Pauper. I'll leave the pickles for the for the refrigerator. Probably a similar strategy. I had these in my sideboard for quite a while. Just kind of started feeling a little too cutesy. Buzzed wiser, yes. All right. Let's see what we can do here. We're at that stage where I just need to kill some cards. All right. Let me drop another fountain. If I draw another land, I'll pitch one to the token. We did not. I might still do that. It feels a little reckless. We'll just pass. Got to play a little more patient with this list. Yeah, I know. No, there's plenty of pickleball info out there. In Pauper, I can claim to know my stuff, but pickleball is pretty deep. I'm still pretty new to the game. I still can never get over how feeble some people can look, whether it's their age or their weight, and they can just play incredible. It just has almost zero to do with athleticism. Sometimes I think athleticism almost hurts you. I know that sounds absolutely crazy, but okay, I think we still have to hold here because of the, if we drop Rose and then they probably have a cast down, then they're going to grab Monarch straight away. So we'll sit back on the double cast down here. You know what? Actually, I'll use an Edict now. We'll save the cast down for bigger fish. I think they chose me for curse. Wouldn't that be funny? Find some way around that where you choose yourself. Whew. But thanks for joining me nice and early here, everybody. Dog with bow tie in the house. Nice to always see new friends to the show. Read the Bones, very underplayed. Great card. One of those cards, when you see it, you're happy. That's always a good sign. Yeah, this usually isn't my MO. This is more than Chimpskey's style, you know, these kind of mid-range grind it out and have that inevitability built in. But I just really respect how often this deck gets there. But so often, especially on Tuesday, I was just, God, I was like, I was going to be able to drop Marauder and trip 2 blood tokens, and it was just always one turn away. So happy to attend propaganda. It's on this beautiful Saturday. Well said. All right, let's get the Monarch going here. Nothing else is happening in this game. We'll yield this. We don't have too much volume, so I'm not too worried about that going out of control. It'd be nice if we top deck a Crypt Rat here off of the Monarch ability. Okay, Vault's nice. Yeah, these are easily... Oh, I don't know. The Seat of Synod's new art is pretty awesome too, but I like that. What is it? Koilios, the Thran prison city. Built to house their outcasts and dissidents. It was here that Phyrexia's influence first festered. Dun dun dun. Didn't think we'd be in some sort of pseudo-mirror match. This is strange. What is this new devilry? Vampire Druid. Hey, that's a pretty cool title. Whenever you gain life, stuff happens. We're going to be killing some stuff. March of the Machine so far. Rakdos Madness, I'm sorry. It's all right. I was surprised last night how hard that frog hits. I know it's only one better than the Frogmite, but when it worked, the Halo Hopper, I was really into that card. But I think they can gain life instant speed. Let's test it out. Haven't tried too much else though. Oh, and he's gonna gain life. All right. Well, it's gonna cost us 2 cards, but I'll cost him 2 cards. What do you think? You think they got something here? I don't think it's worth the 1 damage. I think we'll just EOT, eat a blood token off the bargain, and go from there. Dreamer Stingo. Yeah, the Cryptomancer is pretty cool, although, you know, everything blocks it. But we did pick it as one of our cards. It's just intriguing to have that. But the Meeting of the Minds, yeah, I definitely think if I was going to revisit that video that we did, I probably would swap that white instant that draws a card. I think it's a removal for that. It definitely has some potential. The problem with my 0 list is, you know, like I said earlier, it's artifact based, but not really creature based. And obviously creatures happen, but not at the frequency to warrant 4 of the new frogs. And so I've got like 4 builds right now, and I'm going back and forth on like, do I go all in with this, you know, this creature? Is it really worth doing that? I mean, it's after all, it's just a 3/2 on the ground. It's nothing to write home about. But yeah, in the next week or two, we'll definitely be playing our 0 list. It's up to like 21,000 views or something. It's easily our biggest, best super record, whatever you want to call it. Okay, they killed that. We've already seen a safe. What is this? Tamayo safekeeping. You think they got another one? Let's bargain. Okay. I haven't seen too much graveyard recursion. Tranquility. Cool. All right, well, we've at least got an answer for an answer here. What does he mean by that? This guy's just got all the tricks, but we have a few more. Now then. Marriage. Do we do that or that? I think I'm going to play the garden here. I haven't seen much recursion show up here yet. Boop-a-doop. Watch the life here. Boom, 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 boom. Sure. I'll do it. Let's go. Yeah. We've seen tokens. I don't think I'm going to put much stock in a Chainer's Edict. It's probably just going to eat some garden token variety. So, yeah, I took the community's advice on our last Blue Brute show named Chimpskey and completely overhauled that list. And it's obviously the majority ninjas, but almost every other creature changed. Doesn't even have a brute squad in it anymore, or ginger brute. I'm so used to saying brute squad, it slipped the tongue. Yeah, a solid blue would be a very interesting combination with hexproof, right? People wouldn't see that coming. All right, this just has menace. I'm not too worried about that. I need to find some answers here. Blockers are good. I haven't seen too much of the graveyard variety here. Do we just attack? I'll play this dude out. At the expense of removal. There's only one card in our opponent's hand, so I will lean on this Fangs and see if we can get our life total back up. Because double curse, even though we're not that heavy in the creatures, it matters. I'll come over with this. Should have done that in opposite order so that he doesn't get there. Because if he's got any sort of life gain, which we've already seen at instant speed, this might be a misplay. But we've got the bargain behind it, or the Fangs behind it. So, all right. Bargain. Boink. Gain 7. Wow. Cool. Alrighty. What shall I do? Not much. We don't have much here. You know what? I'm going to wait on that. I'll do that EOT. I'll probably pitch the vault. There we go. That'll help. We've seen some weenies. Yeah, sometimes when Hexproof is attacking me for a whole lot, I'll just throw on like a... or call prismatic strands on blue, and they're like, and there's always that little hiccup, like, wait, oh yeah, it is blue too. Okay, let's do this. Pay the green in case we draw some removal. Get rid of a vault. Draw a card. All right. We got 3, 2, 1. Okay. Yikes! Kind of drawing dead here. 1, 2, 3. I'll bring out the rat. Ugh. Those guys are getting troublesome. I've already used 3 cast downs and 1 edict. Remember what I said about not needing that edict? Now I'm starting to have second thoughts. Our dude's doing some good here. Let's we're gonna need some blockers. And a I'll play out a Rot Farm here. Get our black mana at maximum. Keep going like that. So, yeah, I'll try this. Back right up. Be able to Unexpected Fangs, the Crypt Rat. That'll start netting a lot of damage, but I mean, it'll keep us alive, but it's not going to do too much else. Wow, they're really all in on this plan. I respect that. Daddy-o. Come on over. I'll trip that fountain and have a good time. Woo! I could double Fangs. That'd be pretty funny, right? I don't think the life gain's worth it right now, because we'll lose 2 of our blockers. Yeah, let's do that. So then why did you do it, you fool? 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll drop this dude out. Take 3, lose 3. It's just a wash, I tell you. I will Bojuka Bog here. This is getting a little scary with the menace dudes. Actually, it might be better to let's pull out another garden, because I forgot those have menace, so we're going to need enough blockers to make this a relevant thing. Yikes! Oh, man. So our plan here is to double block when the block does happen with the menace, and then we'll trip the rat so that we can, you know, get some life online here. Hey, Pauper Akbar, good to see ya. Oh, cool. Yeah, I think I've played Lucas here a few times over the years. Sometimes the monikers all run together. When this creature dies, you gain 1 life and learn. Yikes. This is getting scary. I like these all-in plans, you know. It's like you take an idea and then you take what should be, or not should be, is usually a sideboard. You find a way to make it work main. That's pretty sweet. Alrighty. I think we're still going to just drop another garden if things don't change here. Alright. Here we go. Time to kill stuff. Let's block. I think we still wait on rat. That be true, that's for sure. Dreamer Stingo. I messed around with that for a while, but I guess, do we trip it now? We lose 2 dudes. They lose all of theirs. I'm getting greedy. Let's try this out here. Boop. Holding down control. Zap. We'll lose a whole lot because of this, but then we're going to gain a whole lot because it does 1 damage to everything on the board. Just quite a bit. So we go up to 27. And then we go back down to what? 24? Because of the... No, wait, no, that doesn't trigger that way. With them being hellbent in this play, then if we top deck any sort of removal, we just can win. But I can also, if we just draw a dead, we can Blood Fountain back our crew and have Death Touch again. So, good times. Bop, 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 bop. Okay. We have 2 creatures we really want in our sideboard. I'm going to do this first. Get back the Thorn and the Gurmag. We'll play out a critter. Before I do that, I'm going to gain a life. Should I do that? 1, 2, 3. No, I'm not going to do that. We're at 27. We're fine. And now we're not. Alrighty, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll bring out the Death Seeker, putting us 11 cards up. Woo! Good times. Oh no, I thought I had enough. 2, 4, 6, just 1 shot. That sucks. Did I already play land? I did. Wow. I'm really out of it. Alright, we're coming over for Vampire Love. I like your style. Dog with bow tie. Put it on the plant token. Just cuz. Alrighty. Propaganda boggles brew. Drink highest AVP allowed. 100% X proof. Very nice, Pauper Tim. I like that a lot. Alrighty. Probably don't need the fountain, I would say. Boop. I'll just do that. ESO is in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for a donation earlier, ESO. That was mighty kind of you. I was just entertaining everyone with my woes of my crash and burn on Tuesday because, like I said, I'm sure everybody's been there. You've got life gain in hand, and then that last galvanic blast hits you in the face, and that's what happened to me round 1 and 2, and then I was like, I'm out of here. So I added some radiant fountains and a few other things, and rinse, repeat, right? We're at 21. I'll chill. Watching Inglorious 360p. Drat. Okay, I hope he has some sort of a... Oh, no, they're hellbent anyway, so... That'll teach ya. This is really the MO of this deck. It's just always doing these kinds of plays where you stabilize and then you just start smashing. And it gets there pretty good. Let's do... What am I doing here? Hold on a minute here. Cancel. We'll play this out first. Draw a card. See what's up. I'm going to keep enough of this stuff in hand. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop, boop, boop. And we lose 3. All right, 39, but going to make pretty short work of them. I don't know why I attacked with a plant token. 480, what a luxury. Nice. I've never heard of such low numbers. Remember when I first started streaming, obviously very new to the concept and stuff, and I was just going wireless. And Little Fight, my old co-captain at the time, was like, "Are you kidding me? You're streaming HD forwards and backwards, and you're not even hardwired in." So it's amazing some of those shows worked. Getting a kind of a heat wave this week out here in California. Feels like summertime. The front door wide open and everything. Bum, bum, bum. This stage, you know, if they do draw like their Essence Warden style 1-drops, we can counteract them pretty good. Oh, you're getting a heat wave over there, Iso? I didn't know that's where you're from. Interesting. Okay, well, Deadweight's going to love that. Yeah, with 1 card left at this stage of the game, all rats for 1. We'll lose a token, but it'll be good times. Boink! We'll gain a whole lot. This life gain can sneak up on you when you got when you're triple cursed. Woo! Dead weight sure does feel great. I wish they had better artwork though. I will not lie. Coming over for a whole lot. What is this, 11 a turn? Maths. Boink. Yeah, there was one game too where I had Gurmag out and I had Reknar's Bargain and I just needed to untap and I was going to get totally out of reach because then I had a Fangren right behind it and nope. Gal Blast to the head. I was like, oh, yeah, got me so upset. I guess we return a garden. We've seen some menace stuff, so that might be relevant. Probably not. Boy, we've just been the Monarch this entire game. See what I mean about our... So we've kind of stabilized the board, but we've only got 20-something cards left. And so a lot of times those, what do you call, Battlefield Scrounger and Feldon's Cane tech isn't always just against mill. Like if you go up against a really grindy opponent, sometimes you want to bring in one of those. So I can't resist a live propaganda show, says Dreamer Sting. Golgari Midrange is a special treat. Yes. I'm sure if you private chatted with Chimpskey, you'd probably have about 15 awesome lists to share with you. It's kind of his specialty too. Woo. Oh, EGA. Wow. That's going back. Yeah, it's funny. My son just last night, he was like, I'm feeling old school. And he brought out the original Zelda from NES. And it was funny. He was like, Dad, do you remember where the Master Sword is? And I'm like, I sure do. I remember everything about those. Yeah, Bayou. You know, when the Duelist came out, that magazine before the internet, kids, they had a thing called, I think it was called Swamp Thing. I think Randy Bueller designed it, and it was a way to power out using Elves of Deep Shadow and Force of Nature. I mean, back when that was like a pretty good card, you could get that thing out on like turn 3 or something. It was like, what? I remember just being so into that list too. But yeah, that was the big card to get back then, was Bayou. It was like, oh my gosh, so efficient. And Bueller, yeah, right out of it. Alrighty. Boy, we got to watch our time. This is the first game. Grind Central. Sure love this artwork. Alright, something nasty's showing up here. Let's stay on our Reknar's Bargain in case we lose our whole team. I'm trying to think of... they can't generate red. I was thinking maybe this was a swirling... No, they don't even have threshold, so never mind that plan. Yeah, the Djinns with the Armageddon right behind it. That was like a whole year where that was like the only strategy, at least where I was at. It's like, okay, people, there's more cards than that. It's that tempo lockout, right? Get a big old fatty out and crunch them up. Alrighty. No life for you. No bargain in response. We gain the life, and I don't think they do. My rules knowledge is so terrible. Technically, I should have popped for 1 first and gained a bunch of life, but with time and things like that. We'll do it now. Boop. Done. Yo, here we go. Alright. I'm not even going to play the garden until a menace dude shows up. I'm just going to attack here. I think we've got it here. Probably worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh man, we're almost there, huh? I'll just do it next turn. I could play something now, but I'm just going to pass here. Discard this. Discard this. Any order. Let's go. The rules say it's countered. That be true. But it never stops me from hesitating on like, wait a minute. Is this going to cost me? I appreciate our opponent for not giving up. Maybe they're aware of the clock situation. Alrighty. Let's trip this now for 1. Done. Boop-a-doo. Yeah, this could definitely use an option, right? Gain 2 life. No, we've got too many cards as it is. Let's get rid of these things, since you're hellbent anyway. That kind of sucks at this stage of the game. Go get a land. It's like, that's the last thing you need. I've already tripped rats for 1. Let's get greedy. Woo! Crunching time. Booyah. We'll play this out. And attack for 9. And then trip the rat. Trip the rat. Trip the rat. Anybody want to take a guess on what our life total is going to be at? Guess it matters how much I swing for, right? 1, 2, 3. We'll just do it this way. Kill the team, baby. Done. Whoop. And we end with 65, and it tries to eat our clock anyway. Look at this. All right. Interesting brew. Removal is going to be keen. I don't think we're going to need this. We didn't see much in the area of graveyards. There's a bit of a token element to it, so I do want to keep all my rats, keep all my life gain. This might be a case of just running it back, everybody. It's a good early. Anybody got any, obviously, Kami would be nice. Maybe swap, have a few of these. I don't think they're going to keep all their curses in. It seemed a little underwhelming against us. I mean, the other decks, it can be awesome, but I like Kami here a little bit better because of their big old fat dudes. I can get rid of 1 fountain, maybe 1 fangs. I'll keep in 2 Kami there. Yeah, we didn't see too much graveyard. And this can exile an enchantment as well, but also we don't have another Fangren. That's a Battlefield Scrounger you're looking at. Yeah, so we're bringing in 2 bits of removal here. We'll see if this works. That's how it always goes. I've been getting very scared on the job front, everybody. It is incredibly slow, and it has been for a few months. I'm doing about 20% of what I used to do, and it's got me a wee bit nervous. All right, we're flooded. We got really clunky early land, and we don't have anything to sacrifice here. We have 1 bit of removal and a late game card. I'm going to mulligan this. We will keep this. We've got an early creature blocker. We're not going to need you for quite a while. This might actually be relevant even before that. Let's get rid of Marauder. We'll find it later. There could be a scenario. We did see Essence Warden and a few token strategies, so they might kind of be going all in. I'd much rather have a rat there than that. So tough choice. We're getting the rest. Oh, and Chimpskey, no, I'm full time. It's a really steady, nice union gig, but you know, nothing's really safe. Felt like bedrock when I started, and now it's like, oh, he must have a curse in hand. I would think, getting rid of the kami there. Okay, well, we don't really have anything to do, so I'll just drop a garden here. Go from there. Having seen duress, it might have been better to play Blood Fountain there, but I doubt that they would double duress with the only guaranteed prize being a Blood Fountain, so. All right, we're planting lots of gardens here. Yeah, it's just from when I started, my workload was so much, you know, in a good way too. You'd think like, oh, who doesn't want a cush gig? But I'd rather be busy all day than just, you know, staring at the clock, and then just like gets a little unnerving that way. No sense in playing a vault when we don't need to. You never know if they're playing like Naturalize or, you know, something crazy. So we will pass here. Something crazy happens. We're going to just plan on Reckner's bargaining the plant token EOT here so that we can kind of jumpstart our initiation into this game we all love. Woo! I got really excited yesterday. I saw, I think it was Ric Flair. There was a picture of him and Joe Rogan, and I was like, oh my God, I sure hope that podcast drops soon if it hasn't already. One of my favorite podcasters, and Joe Rogan, one of my favorite celebs ever, and Ric Flair. I've seen like 3 documentaries on that guy, and they're all awesome. Just very cool stuff. Alrighty, it's Crypt Rat time. We're just going to eat this now. I'm not going to gain any life. We're going to see some stuff. It'll be cool. It'll be sweet. Is that really worth that, you think? We've already seen that big old vampire dude. It's probably best to just... I think I'm just going to play Fountain, Bog, pass, and then we can wipe for 1. Trying to hit maximum tempo, not expect that we're going to hit a card here. We can always, if we do draw another land, we can always pitch it. The Vault of Whispers. Good old Crypt Rats. Good luck going wide. Well, they're definitely not ghosting us. Why would you do that? Especially in a non-tourney match, right? Bonk. Here comes the life. Wish we could block, but it does have menace, so that's a thing. Well, we got a little lucky there, didn't we? I think I'll wipe the team and take the damage here. We'll use cast down next turn. If there is a next turn, never know. They might just go crazy, right? Probably in my top 3 Magic cards of all time. You all know me. I like Crypt Rat so much I made a deck called 8 Rat. With the math aid of Unearth, it's like playing 8 Crypt Rats. Logic being, when don't you want to see this card? That being said, I am only playing 3 of them, but we do have a lot of ways to draw and bring stuff back from the dead and such, so. I sure wish I could block that Blood Researcher, but it ain't gonna happen. We'll trip it now, or should we? We have a dispute here. I think I'm just gonna take all of this. Yeah, it's half our life. That's fine. So the Gateway in mono white instead of Recommission. Sunder the Gateway. I'm not sure if I know that card. Can somebody bring it up in the chat bot there? Oh, I disagree with you there, Nichols. I really like Recommission, especially in White Infect. In what we played last week, Slivers. It's like playing the extra Lords. I like all the cards in our hand, so we're going to keep all of these. Suffer the Past. Oh no, it's Sunder the Gate. Somebody misspoke. Not sure who the guilty party is, but it ain't me. Okay, he's got 2 cards. This is a bit scary, so we're going to play the life gainer here. Probably going to run into one of his defensive spells when I try to do this, but we'll see if it works. Oh, cool. Wow. All right. I really expected Tamios to show up there and screw us up, but it did not. So we're good to go. Do I do this now? We've already played a land, right? I believe so. Might as well attack. Not going to be blocking. See if he wants to lose a token here. Boop. We've only got 8 minutes, folks. We better win this game. All right. So we can trip for 1 and then Deadly Dispute. Get all kinds of goodies. So it's under the gateway. Destroy and yeah, when I played all those incubate cards in the pre-release, I was not impressed. Okay, that's going on the top. That's all right. Got to watch our life total. All right, we'll trip this for 1. Holding down control. When it's on the stack, we will get our mana back and draw 2 cards. Woo! Yeah, here we go. 10 and 24, 8 minutes left. We need to draw something with substance. I guess we could always Blood Fountain back a rat, but that feels very late. We know the big fatty's coming up soon, so yikes. We might be going to game 3 here, and I might not have enough time to win it. Give me something good. There we go. That's something good. Woo! We'll play this out. Knowing what one of their cards is and the benefit of this, I'm actually going to deadweight this. Gain the life now. I don't want that menace dude to get much bigger because we are only at 12 life here. So, sure. I guess I'm just going to do this. We already saw duress, so I'd rather just play this out. Our mana's fine. That way, if they have a removal spell for our vampire, we'll have an answer. A very expensive answer, but one nonetheless. Yeah, Incubate to me felt like, no offense to the card, but it felt like Morph in all the wrong ways. Like I just didn't, I don't know, just felt undercooked as far as that mechanic goes. Pest summoning. Take a lesson. Come on back, Crypt Rat. Woo! Where are our creatures? Good. I'm very glad I drew that. 2, 3, 4. I hate to do this on one wrap, but I'm going to do it. Just to discourage them from swarming. Do I do it now or just hold it? I think we hold it. We'll just take 2 here. I'd rather cast down EOT and then be able to trip rats. We might top deck the one Unexpected Fangs that we have, which, as I'm fond of saying, is very expected. Yeah, I agree with you there, Iso. It does kind of have a Hearthstone vibe, doesn't it? All right. They've got the little Tameo trick mana up. Oh, now they don't. So we will capitalize on this. Bloop. Go from there. Code 1300. I don't know if I've ever said your moniker before. Do you think the new fox could go in this list? Well, I'm about to ask you what the new fox is, so that's probably a no. If you want to bring it up, I'm more than happy to. I might have missed something, but what does the fox say? Oh, boy. I had my fill of that video for quite a while. All right. We're going to go the same route as last game where we can kind of pull this one off. I still think I'm going to take the damage here, and here I am throwing out Unexpected Fangs, or that the 2 copies. I went down to 1, and this is what I really need right now, right? Let's get some life gain going here. Etched Familiar. We're not too concerned with that. Well, let's see. We're going to lose something. Ashes to Ashes. Pulling out the... Alright, well, we might as well kill their team. We're gonna take damage regardless, so boop. And this kills the rat. It's considering deadly disputing the sovereign so we could get it back with Blood Fountain, but bye-bye. Remember, everybody was so stoked when that got spoiled. They're like, oh my god, Mono Black's back. It's like, it has to be 2. Alrighty, not a bad draw. We could really have to watch our life total here. Down to 7. Only 5 minutes left. We better be careful. We're going to really refill our hand here, though. Fun game. Very grindy. I warned you. Hey, I like that. I might bargain the Thorn here. I don't think we have 17 turns of attacking for 1, but okay. Well, this makes our decision really easy. This is when these decks just feel unfair. It's like, oh, you top decked an answer. Well, we have the answer and then some for the answer. Yeah, I would definitely favor life loss. Boop. Alrighty. Let's get our life online. Oh, the fountains. That was the first apartment complex I ever moved into out of high school / entering the college phase. Just trying to build some tempo here. Let's go. Fill up our hand, please. Oh, we can EOT that. Yeah, we'll just sit on this for a bit. I could do both. Yeah, we'll probably Det Takami EOT and then Deadly Dispute at the same time. Okay, there's our finisher, and Fangs will get us out of the race here. We do have to worry about this, so we'll drop our rats right behind it and go from there. Let me do this here. We'll say enchantment. Click very carefully. Make sure. Are there any other hidden junk enchantments? No. So we'll get one of the ones we want. It's the first thing they tore out of our hand with that first duress. Remember that way back when? 4 minutes left. I think we got this one. Just got to remember to respect that Chainer's Edict. A lot of times the newer cards I don't like, but I do like this reprinting in the old frame. That's pretty sweet. Okay, let's trip this here. Draw a whole lot of cards. This just starts getting unfair. Woo! Let's go. Good Lord. So unfair sometimes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to drop this. Screw what I said about the rats. We'll put this out as the cannon fodder. Well, I could drop both of them, right? Maybe I do that. Regardless, we're going to be doing this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 mana. Here's a 5/5. Good times. I'll drop the swamp. I'll actually drop the rat too. Bloop. Can you say unfair? Especially with a fangs on it. Ba, 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 ba. The inevitability this list can achieve is what's such a... Just, I don't know, it's just like there's a flavor to it, you know? You start to rely on it. You know it's going to be able to come back. Okay. And while I could gain more life 1 turn with this over time, this is going to do the best option. Keep our rat alive. Gain some life. Do some good stuff. Boop. Pop. Get the blocker out of the way. Done. We can gain 7 life at instant speed thanks to the bargain here. Feeling pretty good about that. Got plenty of land on board. I'm going to gain another 2 off the rat. We've only got a few cards left, huh? All right, well, I'm going to bargain. Sure, we'll just get rid of we'll get rid of a blood token. Draw some cards. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why am I tapping like that? That's so stupid. Y'all come here for knowledge and I'm playing bad magic. Apologies. Here we go with that. And sure, we'll just bring this back up here. This is getting embarrassing. Downshifts and gear vampire. We got 3 minutes, folks. But I don't. Ashes to Ashes would be a nice pull, right? They could come right out of the gates again with that. But that's some interesting tech from the old days. I can't even say old days. From the mid days, maybe. Done. Psych. Done. Psych to the clock. Boy, this person is tenacious. I would have given up a while ago. It don't work. Well, it does work. I forgot the indestructible part at the end of it. Okay, we'll still gain the life. And do you have another one? Boop. Done. What is this? Exactly 10. Check this out. Good games, Lucas. Sabara. Woo. We got Wiki Bears, all you propaganda fans out there. Thanks to Conan O'Brien, one of my favorite sketches of all time. I'm going to go get some coffee since that was such a long match, and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere right after this. Oopsie. This one.
I can answer any question you have. I'm Wiki Bear.
Here's a question. What was the second animated film produced by Pixar?
Checking now. Got it. That movie was A Bug's Life, released in 1998.
I actually think that's correct. Yeah, that's really great.
Wow. Speaking of bugs, Chicago gangster Bugs Moran was the intended target of Al Capone's St. Valentine's Day Massacre, where 7 of Bugs' mob associates were brutally gunned down in a blood-soaked garage. I'm Wiki Bear.
Wiki Bear, I don't think anybody wants to hear about people getting gunned down in a garage.
The hitmen were disguised as policemen, which just goes to show you, kids, never trust a cop.
No, you should trust cops. That's terrible. That was one incident.
Capone died of syphilis.
Oh, for God's sake, Let's try another question. Wiki Bear, when was the Eiffel Tower built?
The Eiffel Tower was erected just in time for the 1889 World's Fair and is now one of the most iconic sites in Paris.
Okay, that is absolutely right.
Yeah. Merci beaucoup. And speaking of parasites, are you familiar with the Candiru parasite? A tiny but horrifying blood-sucking fish that lives in the Amazon? It can travel along the human urine stream and straight into your penis. Yay!
All right, enough Wiki Bear. We're back. Yeah, we want to play first. All right, bathroom, bladder in check. We will keep this. Oh, and I'm going to, the next break, I'm going to actually play our old Pauper Awards show, which is like from 5 or 6 years ago. It's dated, but it's just a nice little nostalgic piece. And hey, I spent a lot of time editing it, so I'm going to play it. But I was looking at it going, oh my God, I haven't played that in ages. So, okay, looks like some sort of suey black. Maybe. We shall see. Let's kickstart this. We'll bring out a Wellspring. Yeah. Love me some Wiki Bear. Never get tired of that. Like I said a few weeks ago, I think I could probably watch 24 hours straight of that. It's just the best idea ever. Dreamer Stango, I agree. That artwork was pretty bad. Matched only maybe by 7th edition. That was pretty atrocious too. If we do get it out of Crypt Rat, I'm gonna want to keep it away from any sort of Edict effects, which is a real deal up against our opponents here. They need to get the new vault, right? That's not too bad, actually. Well, normally I would cringe here, but we've got double draw spells, so we either get a token or life, so. The stage of the game, yeah, I think the dispute's the better call in case I don't top deck a land. I do get my life back. Sucker. Let's just do it now. I've already seen Duress. Duress main. Gotta respect that. Interesting. Wow. I'm glad we did that then. Jeez. Talk about a land drought. Whoo. Wish this hit more than that, but hey. At least we got to draw 3 cards and not find anything. That's kind of scary, right? Let's see. We'll probably Edict Fountain next. Not too worried about a Lacerator. I will gamble that an Edict might get bogged away, but maybe hold on that Edict thought. Yeah, big old 4/4. Last time we played a list like this, we went 5-0. Remember that? That was good times. The only white bordered card I played online was, I think it was Worship, when I was back playing Extended for all of you old schoolers out there. Oh, there goes our plan. Jeez. Let's play out a Fountain. We'll eat the token. Yep. I'd really like to gain life here, but we really need some land. Come on, just give us some land here. Oh my goodness. We're running 22 lands, may I remind you? And this is crazy. I'm actually very glad. I mean, we've drawn like, what, 6 more cards than we're supposed to. This would be a loss if it wasn't for that. So we'll just sit back and lick our wounds here. This can't keep up mathematically. It's just... I'm of the rare persuasion that I think Hymnatorok could be printed and it wouldn't even cause a stir. I mean, allowed in Pauper. I don't think it's going to put any mono blacklist over the top. It's going to help. Yep. All right. I'd rather do this when this is a big old fatty 4/4. Sorry, Lucas here. Try not to answer chats during the show. Thanks for the game. Oh, that's sweet. If somebody could reach out to him, maybe named Chimpskey or Shirazamon, and get that link, and we can hyperlink it in chat there. That's nice of him. Lucas, if you're watching this later, I apologize. I try not to chat during shows for many reasons. Well, we've got some answers here, don't we? Sacrifice another creature, draw a card, then transform it. If we do this in this order, this might actually kill it. Well, does it turn into another creature? Here comes my rules lack of knowledge again, right? Destroy target non-legendary creature. Make sure this turns into a demon, but its name does change. Now I'm getting a little like gun shy. Well, we can't screw up if we do it this way, because he'll sacrifice it and then we'll still get the critter, and then he uses up all his mana, so this is actually kind of the better play. It's still the same body. Yeah, I thought so too, Mindstap Throw, but I get really hesitant on that kind of stuff. So, hey, look what we didn't draw. Another land. The 11th hour, about 4 days ago, I added that last one more land. Made room for 2 fountains. I got rid of 1 swamp and added a whole other thing, and then that happens, right? All right. What's this? He's got another... He's just drawing all kinds of cards. Village Rites and its twin, Corrupted Conviction. For all you people, that's one of the other cards we chose. Just Village Rites number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It wasn't the legendary thing. I just was double checking that. Dreamer Stingo, I was just like starting to think like, wait a minute. I'm targeting that creature and then it changes its name. So I was a little like, is that going to work? So when I thought it through, the order we did it in ended up working out. But I might have changed my mind knowing that he had like double Village Rites. That's pretty crazy. Talk about refilling your hand. Now I know what it feels like. All right. What's he getting rid of? The Edict? Oh, I got you, Dreamer Stingo. That makes more sense. That still shares sort of a creature type. It's transforming. Yeah. Something about it being sacrificed. Oh, no, that just transforms too. I stand corrected. You are correct. Do we take 2 damage? This will die, regardless. They're at 6. I think I'm going to block this. No, they have an edict. I'll take the 2. Oh, I like that mind stab throw. All dad humor. Stand corrected? You're sitting, sir. How do you know? Maybe I'm standing. I tried that for a while. There was a big craze, I don't know, around 2011. People were trying to, you know, get fit by standing at their workplace and such. And boy, there were quite a few medical issues with that. There was a young lady I was working with who actually had really bad issues with something about the circulation in her legs and stuff. And her doctor was like, you know, yeah, in theory that's good, but humans aren't meant to just stand. We're supposed to be, you know, hunting something or whatever, and just standing there hours on end, you know, it's like, yeah, you're burning a few more calories, but it's technically not all that great. All right. This is a pretty obvious sequence here. We'll kill the big fat fatty. We'll bring out our own big fat fatty. Getting rid of all kinds of nastiness. All right, cool. And we'll play something that matters. Yay! I guess I'll bring back a bog. The tempo in me doesn't want to even do this, though. I almost want to bring back a swamp so I can just play this next turn. They can reunion again. Right. I'll play correctly, darn it. All right. Feels like we stabilized a little bit here. We shall see. Yep. I'm definitely a bit slow in the rules department. Once I see it work, then I get it, but sometimes you see too much and then you start cross-pollinating all your old ideas and you're like, wait a minute. Does that one work or no? Double Sovereign is nice because I can just block, sack, Blood Fountain it back. I'm sure that Angler's not going to be around long. Curious how long that Carthopage is going to last. Ooh, that's a nice pull, ain't it? Of course, they got 2 cards in their hand. Gosh darn it. Hey, oop. If they had removal, they would have attacked. No, they would have used it and then attacked with the Carthopage. So let me see. So I think I'm going to do this. And by think, I mean I am. We're just going to pull this right now. Like, what you got? Yeah, they're playing method there. Just didn't feel like they had it. Now they could village rights so that I don't gain any life here. That's probably their best out. Rights into removal would be brutal. We do have another angler right behind it, but at this stage of the game, I do want to gain this life. Please just die. Don't have a draw spell. Oh wow, I really thought they would have one here. All right, we'll play our little angler here. Angler, I mean bog. Sorry about that. There it is. Lukasaraba. I hope I'm saying that right. I just love helping anybody out. It's got some cool stuff. And if anybody can do a little bit of one more step homework, if he does, I think somebody said he has a YouTube page, if we could help him out there and maybe get him some new viewers. Oh, poor guy. Go all in on the explosive turn, and then you end up with a hand like that. That's frustrating. All right, we're definitely not bringing in Spinning Darkness. We've seen some graveyard goods, but I'd rather have Scorpions here for just block's sake. So I'm going to bring in all of our Scorpions. I'll lose 1 rat. This isn't that rat friendly. Edicts are feeling a little underwhelming too with some of the stuff we've seen here. I think I like it like this. Could maybe go down to 1 Thorn here. There we go. Yeah, go help. Go like and subscribe to our buddy there, and yeah, spread the love, you know. This ain't the only channel out there. Never know. He might have the next great, big, awesome idea, whatever. What am I trying to say? I don't know. Let's play some Pauper. We've got 2 of these. I think I'm just going to roll this back here. Let's go. Much as I like to badmouth Gurmag Angler and how easy it is to block, in a deck like this, once you can establish control and get blockers out of the way, then it really does shine in these kind of lists. And the ability for Blood Fountain to just keep getting it back when they do finally have an answer for it. And it's tough to answer a 6/6 life link. You don't have many turns. Ah, fellow Prague person. Now we know where in Europe you're at, Iso. Next is the city. No, just kidding. Keep meaning to... I told you guys about a year or 2 ago we're coming out to Europe this year and found out my wife's not even a citizen. Well, again, I don't know why this matchup wants me to be mana screwed, but it does. We'll keep this. I guess we'll get rid of a bargain. I'm going to get rid of the rose, actually. We've seen too many creatures. We don't have any other than the rose, and it's just going to be a dead card for probably the first 9 turns. So, Czech Republic. Yeah. So instead, we're going to Hawaii for about the 7th time. Early Vampire Lacerator. I'm just going to lean on around. I'm going to anticipate my mana's not going to show up after this, so I'm just going to get this out. Canada. Nice. Been through Canada 1 time. Went kayaking through the fjords up near British Columbia. Really incredibly dangerous adventure, but obviously came back alive. A lot of fun. Funny memories. That beautiful country up there. Hard not to like a lot of forest and cold when you're me. Another nice, I guess, benefit of having kind of a cold climate is people don't just hang out, and then that leads to loitering, and that leads to, problems when humans are involved and stuff. It tends to just be very clean and isolated because people are inside staying warm, and so it's a nice upkeep effect, right? Alrighty, let's do this. Do we kill that now? They've only got 1 mana. Let's get our board on board. How's that? That's right, Mind Step Throw. I've been guilty of doing that a few times. All right. We saw early game duress turn 1, or game 1, but we're feeling pretty safe here. Although cast down could be suspect. No swamp. No swamp. Suffer like we did last game. They got flooded last game. I'm feeling their pain here. I'm going to keep track of the things here. So yeah, again, we're going to be off next week. Apologies. I do have a life outside of Magic. But then we'll be back probably with the 0 list. May or may not have a frog. I cannot promise that. I'm not going to play a card because it exists. I just can't wrap my head around that. You guys know me and my critique of, new card smell and all that stuff. It's can get kind of underwhelming. I think we're just going to hold back, drop Fountain, maximize our turn. We'll probably bargain for 2 life. Although we haven't... What turn is this? Is this turn 3? No. Show game log. This is... Did I play a land? I did. Okay. Well, that'll make that decision pretty easy. Whoop. 1 MHR. Nice to hear from you. I'm not quite sure who that is. Yeah, we'll chill here. Just want to make sure I dropped a land that turn. You play as much as I do. Sometimes you forget what turn it is and what day it is, especially after my crazy night last night. Y'all lucky I showed up today. Oh, and Shirazma I think on the 6th, is when your little monarch out there gets coronated. We've got to be at work at like 2 a.m. our time to be ready to edit all this live footage for that. I'm not happy about that. All right, let's draw some cards, gain some life back. Our poor opponent. First he got flooded and then he got screwed. It feels like he's streaming, right? This is like the story of my life. I mean, read the quote in the box I'm sitting in, right? Always complaining. You know more than I do about it, yeah. Yeah, it's such an outdated concept, isn't it? All right, we got some cast down love going on here. They're going to village rights into this, probably. Let's do it anyway. Have you been playing some inebriated pickleball yesterday? Yeah. Well, I played pickleball, and then I got inebriated, so that's what happened. Sure learned a lot, though, boy. I like talking to those old-timers. Still, I just can't, no matter how many times I learn that lesson, I can't digest it mentally. That, you know, you don't have to be ultra physical. You don't have to be, because I just go all out, and I'm, you know, pretty athletic at heart, even at, you know, my age of whatever I am. And compared to everybody else out there, I'm like mega athlete, and it just doesn't matter. It's just when you play real patient and you know, just it's all about placement, and I have to keep relearning that lesson. Sometimes I do it. Pickled pickleball, that's for sure. All right, we've only got one threat staring us down. They're taking a damage every turn too. Have we played a land? We have. Oop, all right. If any shenanigans show up, we can bargain it. I mean, cast it down, but I think we're all right here. Feeling very critter-like the last two games. All right. Now they have achieved 3 mana. Garth Page. Okay. At this stage, yeah, if we could hit a Crypt Rat here, we'll be smooth sailing. Let me Deadly Dispute instead of the bargain, even though this is going to start being a thing here. We'll get rid of this because we like all our cards. Draw us some cards, please. Oh, cool. We got life and we got a blocker. That's sweet. Woo! Hey, things are getting better. All right. Let's take out this dude. I don't mind this guy so much. They're probably going to draw 2 cards. Regardless, it will be obliterated. Take a page out of their book. I like it. Mind stab throw. Dropping the bombs. All right. Do we want a blocker or do we want life? I think I want life. We'll bring this out. Considering this, but no. I think I'll... Yeah, God, we've seen so many village rights effects. It might just be best to just kill this thing now. I know I can wait till they're upkeep, but then they're just going to be able to draw cards off of it. They might still be able to, but at least then they're going to be mana screwed and flooded. This is the new one. Yep, Corrupted Conviction. Village rights. Number 6, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Woo! We've got 3 mana on board and not much to do with it. I don't know where our creatures are. Considering that Thorn, and then we'll eat it for 4. Maybe. Who knows? You know, a 2/4 Death Touch is pretty good against our opponent's list. We haven't seen too much targeted removal. Love me, Okiba Gang. Yeah, it wouldn't make a fine common. That's for sure. So you said a mouthful. I was noticing that the other day. I was just like, wow, they've really done a, you know, as much as we all like to bitch about Wizards' decisions and stuff, they have really done a lot with, you know, like even green, like with Winding Way and Lead the Stampede, and really evening things up. They give white a few more options. That would be pretty sweet. That could get dangerous quick, though. Well, this is kind of we're in a bit of a pickle here. I need tempo for that. I think we hold here. I'm gonna pause here. All right. There's some anti-edict food, and we can block the Gurmag all day long. We'll bring out our friend of the Black Rose, Persuasion. Yo! And we'll drop this with Reckner's Bargain Backup. Oh, I misspoke. We will not be doing that because I can't count. Bonk. We have one, too. I wish I had a Village Rites now, because he's probably got some removal, that many cards in their hand. So, I like seeing another garden, believe it or not. We got to find a wrap pretty quick, because these Okibas are going to be having their way with us when it comes to the Menace trigger. Maybe we can get out of the woods with the Unexpected Fangs. Most expected. This is curious. How much is Thorn now? That had some pretty wild swings. It was super expensive for a while, and then it wasn't, then it was, and curious play. Hey, E, so how often do you play what is it? Is it fairies? Seems like every time we face off in the Pauper Classic Tuesdays, it's kind of rare. We don't face each other all that much, but it always seems like you're on that list. So it's a good list to always be on, that's for sure. Okay, let's draw some cards. Try to gain some life here. Yeah, it's about what it was last time I looked too. So yeah, I'll favor some critters here. Sure. Well, let's draw some cards, gain some life. Woo! There's a big old fatty. Wow, double fangs. Since we have double fangs, I'll risk it. We'll crash on in here. Maybe we'll gain 6 life. About more than half the time. Ah, I see. To only have 4 decks. We might as well gain some life. Might eat removal here, but I think they're on the sack it and draw cards plan. Death touch. Okay. Well, we gain life. This stuff doesn't die, but it's all right. We got another angler behind it. We almost can cast the other angler. Our graveyard was a little bit bigger. Bonk. Just like the other games, we're just in a really, really good position here. Our hands full. We got all kinds of mana. It's just Christmas morning. All right, Nezumi showing up. I am so curious. Did they just have tons of sack and draw? It's like black sack, but on steroids? Who knows? Let's get out our big boy. This guy always pays dividends. Shuts the door pretty fast. Whoop. I'll do this. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Sure, we'll make white. Gain 5 life. Always yes, always yield. Bring out another angler. Let's see if we can keep this lean. Nope, we got to eat the other one. That's all right. We got a blood fountain for that same reason. Woo! And just like that, we're at 23 life. Weren't we at like 10 at one point? All right. I say we fight to keep the Monarch. We'll rock like this. And then we'll go like... I favor the life gainer here. We'll go like this. Probably double village rights. I'm not sure. If they don't have anything, then I'll be very surprised. This is a very tricky little list here. By the way, I might have Pauper time before Pauper Timming. Might have been Pauper Timming. There's one of the expected cards. Okay, guys, what if Wizards gave you some money and said, you need to design the card called Expected Fangs? What? Discuss in chat. What would it be? You could put one extra in the side. Yeah, the reason I play 3 Blood Fountains instead of 2. I've seen some other lists that go as little as 1, but I like being able to eat them up. And we've got our blocker now. That feels pretty good. Let's draw a card in case we just draw some removal. Other than that, we'll just Vampire Sovereign block here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boop. Yeah, gain some life. Bring this out. Play the Scorpion. Play the Blood Fountain. Do they want to trade? We're at 26 life. I think I'm just going to swing. We're going to lose our Fangren, but got to keep my foot on the gas here. Dresslin, whoop! I can finally... Hey, thank you for that. My favorite Pauper player live. Oh, it's good to have you with it. You're one of my favorite chatters live. That nice love there. Thanks for joining us, my friend. Minty Face. Expected Fangs should have suspend. That's a very good point. That's pretty hard to beat. I think Minty Face is winning the pretend contest we're having. All right. We keep opening Christmas presents, drawing lots of cards. You know, I should look at what this does. I just know it's some sort of rebound undying trigger. Let us see. Expected Fangs enchantment, says Dreamer Stingo. Vampire enchanted creature gets +2/+2/0 when it's night. Yeah, that's very fair and decent. I just I've got a thing against the day-night mechanic. It's one of my least favorite things, so I'm always going to kind of like, I don't know, be snooty when I hear suggestions of that. It's like the new Incubate. Battles feel a little clunky when I was at the pre-release. There were a few that were pretty powerful, but for the most part, my opponent could have killed me like a turn earlier if they would have just, hit me instead. So, Dreamer Stingo, nice. Pauper Tim, Particle Sorcerer. Hit any target with a dad joke. I take one there, and I like it. The Decklist Dreslin's coming right up, courtesy of either whoever's faster, Shirazman or Chimpskey. Hey, Chimpskey wins the draw. Okay, well, we'll lose a creature we don't mind losing, which will gain life. Whoop. I think I gambled correctly. Dead weight, pulling its weight, crunch. We just seem like we got it all. That's what happens when you draw so many cards. Woo! We'll go over the deck list here real quick. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. We've beaten kind of a mirror and then a Sui Black, which is not cognizant of the metagame for sure. But, yeah, this Black Garden, not the creator of it. I just admired it. I saw it from Cooper the Red. I don't know where that guy's at. Hopefully somebody knows and can let us know in the chat. I hope he's all right. His channel just went completely offline about 6 months ago now. But I was pretty intrigued by the staying power of this, and then I've made my changes to it. I've added some more vaults so that I've got more food, consistent food for Deadly Dispute and Reckoner's Bargain. Dead Weight's just an MVP in this list. Seeker of the Way, Monastery Swift Spear, they can prowess all they want. End of turn, it dies anyway. I'm a little heavy-handed on the Blood Fountains because, again, they feed the plan, and who doesn't want to get back all these goodies, right? So we've got all kinds of good stuff coming up. But if you like it, there's the list in the chat, and we're just going to jump on into the next game here, and hopefully we keep this little winning circle going. We won all of our games last week. Maybe we'll do it again this week. Famous last words, right? Dead weight in dead last. That's right. Speaking of Cooper the Red, he was the one that came up with that. He was the famous jockey. Infamous jockey, I should say. What's the difference? That's well said, Chimpskey. Well, it's a slow and prodding hand, but we can keep things off our back quite a bit. I'll keep it. If we get kind of a land-heavy draw here, triple vault. Whoever heard of such a thing? Whoop. All right. This just got better. Bloop. I'll just dispute out of any problems we have, right? This is the card that I really wish had better artwork. For the best card in Pauper at the moment, I don't know. Looks a little cartoony. I just wish there was another option. Be neat if they reused old school artwork like Contract from Below and they made that Deadly Disputes artwork, you know. It's like you're disputing this contract, that sort of thing. Am I reaching too much? Probably. I think I favor drawing with Dispute more than I do getting a zero body out, so I'm going to do this. Blood tokens, a willing target for Deadly Dispute. Often. Cleansing Wildfire. All right. Yeah, definitely a halfling vibe to that Deadly Dispute art, that's for sure. Kithkin of the Dark Persuasion. Woo! Here we go. Careful where you click. Oh, that's going to be relevant. Hello, Marauder. It is nice seeing you, my friend. Not too worried about that. Well, we've already seen Cleansing Wildfire. I'm tempted to play the Rot Farm because they might think we're hurting there. In reality, we're flooded. Regardless, I'm going to play this out. Okay. I guess I'll play the garden. I mean let's play the garden. We'll get a blocker out. I can always dispute it. Ren's Resolve. There's another new card. It's Reckless Impulse. Again, Wizards is kind of getting a theme going here. It's a little troubling. People being able to play with 8 cards, but it's nice to see it. Doesn't really favor Kuldotha Red all that much, but sure does the other way. All right, we'll bring this out. This Fangren Marauder is just going to be MVP, especially with Blood Fountains already out. This is feeling pretty good. Considering the Rot Farm here. Bog's not going to do too much. We haven't seen any white or blue, so I'm not too worried. Although the Ardent Elementalist might show up. God, why do I know all these cards? I need to get a life. Yeah, I'll just keep developing here. This deck is insane against lists that are mid-rangey too, because the only way to kind of through this armor is to hit them fast with like a lot of burn, as I've noticed with, you know, all in with the I called off the red pretty much, you know, and that's why we've got the main deck life gain just to stay alive, but give us a little too much time to develop and it gets ugly quick. What are we going to call this? What is this color combination called? I forgot. Red, green, black? Jund? That's right. Jund. Ren's Resolve. I think this is kind of suffering from the last person where, you know, you get so, and I'm guilty of that all the time. You're so obsessed with like, wow, look at how many cards I can draw, but you're drawing cards that say draw a card and you're not drawing meat. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is good. I'm going to want that for a blocker. I don't want to negate the sideboard completely. I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of a dead weight. Do that. And we draw another one. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, here's 6. Wish I could do this for the thing, but we can't. We'll just drop this here. Bloop. It'll probably die, but we're going to be turning off a lot of stuff. We've already seen it cast down, but we've got the mana for it to stifle their turn a bit. Teach by example. Yeah, Deadly Dispute's pretty hard to beat. Gal Blast. Okay. We're going to take 4. We'll lose the token. I'm really surprised Marauder's going to live. I guess when you see 2 blood fountains across from you, you're not too worried about it, but still. We'll block here. Dreslin. Yeah, everybody knows somebody like that. Sometimes I am that person. All right. We can cast stuff down. I'd really like to kill something this turn. We don't really have a way of killing an artifact, do we? I mean, I can trip this for nothing, but who the hell wants to do that? We might as well get out. Wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can power out an angler and a garden here. I think that's the play. Rock here. That way we've got just 3, 4, 5. Something's going to happen to some of these creatures, and then our blood fountain will actually work. Do some stuff. Damn fountain. Right, cast down's headed our way. Yeah, when Boros Kitty, that was the very first build of Boros that started becoming viable back in like 2007 or 8. My buddy, who I haven't seen in a long time, what was his name? Turbo Kitty. That's why it was called Boros Kitty for a while. But that list was guilty of that, where it just people started getting just too greedy with the old Wellspring back when it was kind of a newer card. And just drawing cards, and then you just run them over while they're drawing all these cards. So be careful. Make sure you're drawing something of substance. Or ask yourself, let's pretend the 4 rule doesn't exist, right? And you can play with as many of anything as you want. There's a certain critical point where you just won't want to build past that because logically it just won't make sense. So you might be able to hit that regardless. I really like that target. That feels great. And they're going to breath weapon here, so they get in for 6 for sure. That's fine with me too. Really need to just draw any of our kill mana spells or draw spells and we'll be fine. Well said, Nichols. Yeah. Yeah, but Winding Way and Lead the Stampede that's an amazing card draw. All right. Are we walking into a Chainers here? I'm going to not block this. Only reason that play makes sense is if they've got an Edict effect. I've seen the cast down that they showed, and they used it on the Angler. What do we have here? Okay. That will not trigger Marauder, unfortunately. Yeah, but Bequeatho I think is a little too cutesy. Every once in a while you'll see that pop up, and it's... All right, let's do this. We'll cast this down. We have to stay wary of the boogeyman. Up here, get rid of their yard. I guess we'll just attack. We've got cast down backup, and we can trip the fountain to get 1 angler back and gain 5 life, so that's a thing. But I don't want to play Crypt Rats knowing that our opponent has breath weapon for another turn. Bequeatho. Well, if Chimpskey endorses it, then I might have to take a second look at it in that shell. He is Mr. Golgari. I think that's the colors I put you in your frame in the intro, if I'm not mistaken. I gave it a little bit of thought. What do we have here? Ooh, it's something massive. Galvanic Blast. Our Marauder is out of range. Sucker. Boy, we really need our card draw to show up, man. Give me a Reckner's Bargain for that Wellspring, and we're going to be sitting pretty, but these Galvanic Blasts keep showing up. We might be writing down our first L for the day. Yeah, I often heard pros talk about that. Like, the best way to beat a deck is to be a little bit slower, believe it or not. Usually that tends to be the historic component for the answer. Strange. All right, let's get rid of this. ASAP. Bye-bye, Breath Weapon. Give me a trick. Not that. Let's cast the lady here. Boop. Ooh, I think that was a mistake. They've got 6 cards in hand, and I'm sitting here acting like I've got all this life. I do not. That was a mistake. I should have sat back, and that way I could have at least tripped one of these for 5 life. Hopefully we come out of this alive. Since we don't really have anything to do, I'm going to actually play out the rat. If a breath weapon hits, then we'll be able to actually trip the blood fountain for full value. We've already seen one go away, so likely there's 2. But how many gal blast? We've been hit with 2, I think. 1. Oh no, it's only been 1. That's bad news for us. That's bad news for us. Now any sort of removal kills us. Roll the dice. They probably got it. They're halfway through their list. We're dead. Yep. Well done. That was a misplay on my part. Shouldn't have been an L, but it's the first one of the day. What are you going to do? Okay. Let's see. We saw a wide variety of things here. They've got a lot of high-quality creatures, so I think this Debt to the Kami is going to be pretty good. And they're probably running makeshift munitions, so I'm actually going to bring in all of these. Thorn's nice. This is nice. It just didn't shine. That's the first game I've ever had that where it's like, come on. Deadweight's living up to its name in this matchup. It doesn't seem like it's going to do much more than make something a 4-1 that was once a 6-3. So we'll get rid of all of those. Their graveyard didn't seem to matter much. Those 6-3 guys, it'd be nice to have just a quick little blocker out. And other than that, I think I'll keep here. Bolt the Bald. If you hear a little wind in the background, it's my ceiling fan. The summer months of propaganda, you will hear a little noise that direction. This might be waving a little bit. Yes. All right. He's not a machine. Keep it. Not the best, not the worst. I think I'm just going to lean on Fountain here in case we do get duressed. Mind step through. Well, we've got a Fountain. I'm just going to eat that token. Things don't change up here. We'll go from there. Dangerously, our time's getting dangerous because these are going to be a little bit grindy games. He can put us away a little bit faster than we can him. But having lost a game, it's a little scary. Really good draw here. Come on. Here we go. We'll put this up. Power through. Hey, there we go. Sure. We'll bring back the Fountain. We've got a Sovereign next turn. Might want to just make it a Thorn. Really getting flooded here. What do they got? What do they got? Okay. Almost surprised they're not targeting us with our land count at 2 and one of them being a Karoo land, but all right. We'll get this guy out here. Bloop. Gain some life. Always got to be wary of that 6/3 pirate smashing in, but our vampire can at least exchange with it. Mountain. Like seeing that. Like and dislike. You know, kind of sucks that they didn't have that for the next 2 draws. Fast forward, right? Vampirate. Okay. It's going to take double removal. What's happening here? I like this. That's great. 2 for 1 yourself. Okay. Dig it. Well, we might as well do that, right? I say we just put out another one. Seems like they've got, at least make our blood fountain relevant. Go up to 30 here. Did I play land? Yeah, that's how I got it out without the token. Uh-oh, here comes something massive. Oh, we might be headed to our first loss here. Let's hope we can top deck like a cast down or something, right? Not what I wanted. We could always monarch into a cast down. That's living kind of recklessly. Could blood fountain sack something. Let me do this. That has trample. At least be able to trade with it. Let's pull this off here. It's going to get ugly quick if either we get it or they get it, because then it's going to be monarch and initiative, and those games end very quickly. So sure, we can at least trip that. Come on, monarch, do me a favor, cast down. Nah, where's our dispute now? And all these other cards we're running, right? Come on, cast down, cast down, cast down. Ah! Sonny Boys, I've read that. Really good book. It's gaming, right? I've read most of gaming stuff. Big surprise, being a big Halloween fan. Ow! Oh my god, I know we're at 30, but we're taking 11. Woo! We're playing some Magic. And we've got all kinds of lands. I like that theory. Not a fan of this. Just the composition. The artwork's fine. It's just the framing and stuff. It just looks not of my liking. I'll just say it like that. All right. Get your little monarch back. Gosh darn it. Taking 11 and we're at 19. That feels unfair. But it's going to change real quick. Going to be losing 5 life probably. Oh, they're scrying. Interesting. Given the board state, I probably would have gone with the trap mechanic myself. All right. Feeling pretty lucky in the athletic department of life here. I know I talk about pickleball a little bit too much, but it's amazing how many people, even 10 years younger than me, have catastrophic injuries. Like they've seriously broken something like big time, or I've like, and I've done a lot of dangerous stuff in my day, and it just isn't happening. You know what? Let's attack first. I don't think I'm going to plan on blocking. Scratch that. Let's draw some cards. See if I can... Maybe I can draw a double cast down, right? Okay, that helps. At least I can trade. That helps. All right. See, boys and girls? Look at your options first. Yeah, we can still do that. Might as well play the garden out first. We can block that hasty dude. Yep. Make sure I have enough mana here. Really want to get this out. 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't really want to... All right, I think I'll just... Let's do that. Stuff's going to be dying. Yeah, lands. Need them early? Don't need them now, though. For sure. The toughness of this list, in true meaning of the word, the literal meaning of it, it always seems to play a part. Like, you know, normally if it's like a skyfisher, you're worried about lightning bolts and such. So, okay, let's see what we can do. Initiative. Okay. Let's say, I think it's, I don't do this often enough. We'll say Forge. And what will we put this on? Well, this will survive, so I might as well do that. Yeah, I've thought about Raven's Crime a lot. Okay, well, we'll get rid of a swamp here. I just want to keep one option open in case we hit that critical mass and we've got to hit it. Tight game. Oh no, is this the big old 6-3 again? Wow. Don't have a cast down. Good. Gambit shows up. Not too worried about that. I love me some Siphon Life. Tried to make that work for so long. Especially in Blackburn. And just, the cards have surpassed it now. Pauper's gotten a lot faster. Tough decision for our opponent. They're probably sitting on some sort of removal. What do we kill? Let's do this. And I think this. Rather get rid of that element. And we might be able to even out here. If our angler dies, it's okay. We've got the blood fountain right behind it. Okay. Hey, that's 4 damage we're not taking, right? We take 6. Okay. They become the monarch. We're just switching all kinds of titles here. Yeah, Grim Harvest, Disturb Burial. I've got a painful history with both those cards. So many games I lose, you know, because of that. Just get too impatient and just like, I want the creature right now. And then like 3 turns later, I'm like, I would have won if I didn't do that. I think everyone's guilty of that, right? Well, let's see. Oh, play. Let's not get reckless. Well, no. We'll play this first. Drawing a card. Cool. It's a pretty good card to draw. Yellow. Oh, okay. Yeah, getting a little ahead on the advantage here. If they knew our hand was mostly lands, they might have fought a little bit harder there, but we're going to game 3 for the first time today. This felt pretty good. I think we made the right call on a lot of these cards. I actually would like another Scorpion. I think I might take out a Fountain. These only seem to be relevant much later. I do like the early turn, though. Actually, I think I'll lose a Fangs. They have quite a bit of removal. Let's try that. Then those 6-3 guys are so good for, you know, stealing the Monarch. I'm not telling anybody that's something they don't know. I think we might call it at 4 today. These are pretty grindy matchups. Okay, we've got... this is a weird hand, isn't it? We're on the draw. We have somewhat early removal. I don't like this hand. This is late. Doesn't matter. Inefficient. Oh, mulligan. That is a tough one. Late game again. Oh, boy. At least we have an out with the vault here. I'll keep this. I'll get rid of Fangs. It's going to be quite a while before we want to see that card, so might as well throw it on the bottom. Oh, yeah, I'd agree with you there, Dreamer Stango. Gingerbread is the cookie thief of the night, that's for sure. That is an awesome card. I'm just going to play this right now. Their graveyard hasn't mattered much, and I know enough about putting an extra land in a list that will always lead to being screwed, even though that makes no sense. So I'm just going to get that out of the way, and then we have our mana available when we need it. Okay, that feels pretty good. I'll leave this out. They might have an answer for it. In that case, we can always deadly dispute it. Impulse, showing up. Ren's Resolve. It's like, hey, draw the same card. Good times. Yeah, Nichols, that's a good point. All right. It's getting to that stage when I feel like deadly disputing my own vault just to kind of kickstart this hand, but I'll try to play more grindy, more disciplined, see what comes of that. That's scary. One of those dudes is coming out next turn. I just wish it was this turn so we could commie it, right? I'm just going to try to play disciplined here. Yeah. That's all right. Come on, hit a land. All right, I ain't gonna complain. Let's bring this back. Let's go. This is gonna be tight. All their stuff comes into play tapped, and they got there quicker than we did. That's sad. There he is. We have no way of really grabbing that back. The initiative is not ours. That feels pretty good, but first things first, we're going to have to take that back. 2, 3, 4. I think this is the right play. Bring this out, gain some life, and at least have a threat on the board so we can maybe grab Monarch, because we do have a whole lot of removal in our hand. 2 bits might be enough. That's getting big and fat. In comes 7. Damn. Given that they went the other route through the dungeon in the first game, I'm putting them on double Galvanic Blast here. But why wouldn't they just kill the Sovereign? They're going to just do that when I try to attack. So get in for the 7, meaning that they're going to go for the loss of life. I think they're looking at their hand, and it's a little more aggro than the last game. So yeah. I would bet quite a bit. Oh, now I won't bet it at all because here we go. But an interesting play. Down to 11. Boom. Good news for us. We've got the answer. The play here might be to deadly dispute the Wellspring, because then we still have enough mana even if we don't hit mana. Yeah, if I do that, then we've got 4 mana. I like that. So let's dispute here. Draw all kinds of cards. We didn't hit anything, but we anticipated that. Well, Edict. And then cast down. Clicking very slowly. Bloop. Attack. Yeah. And boy, do we really want this ability, because playing with 22 lands, and we're like, where the hell's our land at? Thank you, sir. I would like to have another. Woo! Ah, so clean. Here come the Gal Blasts. One, two, three, 4. Just expecting like quadruple to the head. What I do like about Ren's Resolve, I think Alex Ullman made a point of this in one of his articles, was it is going to open up new brewing avenues that aren't Swiftspear related. You know, it's more of like the Black Sack style, or just, you know, as we've seen or just this game. For some reason, I thought our last opponent was playing a similar thing there. You said it, Dreamer Stingo. Chainer's Edict. Bye-bye. We've got a Gurmag behind that. Bargain's going to help out. Let's see. We can't forge. That's kind of silly, right? Ah, where is it? So I guess we'll scry. Lost well. Okay. I like cast down. We'll say bottom top. I was just bitching about land and then I go and pitch one, but it'd be nice to have some defense out there, right? Let me cast Angler here. Oh, oh, oh. Do I have to pay another one? Okay, let's go. I can always Reknar's Bargain it. Especially if they spend their whole turn doing that. I'm fine with that. It's neat how things have changed that way. Usually you have the answer and now you're like worried, oh no, they're just going to kill it on purpose. Here's 3. 4, 5. It looks like the Chainer plan is coming to fruition. We'll just reset our life and draw a bunch of cards. One of which will probably be a Blood Fountain, even though we got rid of 1. Bloop. 7 life, please. Sure. Having seen Khalni Garden, I don't know if I would have kept those in. All of a sudden, we're ahead in the life race. We just need a creature. Alright. Until I just almost never play this. Creature token. Yeah, we'll say stash. Bloop. And here we go. Well, that'll keep us out of Edict food and the pirate man showing up. What do you say? Let's draw a card. Well, that wasn't what I wanted. This will at least eat a removal spell. And we can hold up cast down. I think we're all right. Keep those galvanic blasts pointed at the rats and not us. Bye-bye, rat. Yep. It's like a duress, see? Could have disputed that. In case they've got an answer with the plant token, I didn't want to lose anything, so I'm going to lean on cast down because they have such high-quality threats. They're not really hitting us with tokens here. So here we go, right? If they target the plant token, then we know they got some sort of nastiness with haste. Woo! Look at all this. Yeah, this kind of list, though, it does feel like it can just do it all. Double Gal Blast. Crack, crack. Sure glad we gained that life. Good, this is game 3. I thought it was game 2. I'm like, whoa, I gotta watch it. Thank you for that, Nichols. Being someone that I don't run into initiative all that much. I did early on and was pretty familiar with it, but it's been a spell. As noted by all my zooming in on it and going, wait, what should I choose? Well, I like this play. What do they have? A Gurmag Angler? Can't imagine. Okay. Just waiting to kill critters, I guess. As we click on this. All right, cool. No choice there. I'll just do it. Boop. Well, the bog feels pretty good here. A few times it's kind of relevant, right? We just have a lot of options here. I'll draw a card, and I think we'll sit and wait. Yeah. We'll just chill out here. We can draw a lot of cards. I think I just let that go. In case they have, at this stage of the game, they might have double threats coming across, and I want to be ready. Drawing 2 cards is nice, but I'd rather be able to keep initiative and cast down or get to the kami, anything that moves. And if nothing happens, then we'll still dispute EOT and draw 3 cards, which is horrifically unfair. What is this? There he is. Woo! I'm going to favor the Det Takami here. Wow, what a turn. Look at that. Woo! Wow. Gain 6 life. Go get some stuff back. You don't have any targets. You got to give me back a critter if you want that to work. Except that, once we... Oh, no, we're going to exile it. So Det Takami is obviously the play here because it'll shut off Murasa. You hear that, Murasa? Shut it off. Make sure you click real carefully here. I've messed up a few times with Det Takami. Exile, baby. Are we getting hit? Okay. Oh, they're killing it so that they can get it back with Murasa. That's a pretty cool play. I probably could have Det Takami'd again because we have the treasure token there, but I'll chill. Life will happen. Life goes on without me. Blop. You got your Wrens. I got my disputes. Who is Wren? Does anybody know? What's going on with Wren? What is the deal with Wren? Hey, there's the blood fountains. All right, Seinfeld meets magic. Who would ever think that would come across? All right, this is just garden, fountain, angler, sit back, kill stuff that moves. Let's not forget we're going to trip the Undercity too. Wren is a Dryad Planeswalker. Woo! Sidna with the knowledge. I think that's the first I've said your name. Thanks for chiming in with that. She's pretty cool. I show my Pauper colors through and through when I don't even know what names of famous planeswalkers and stuff. I mean, I know Jace and Elspeth and stuff, but outside of that, I mean, she's always behind me every day, right? I just like that stained glass look. Come on, opponent. All right, good. There ain't a quitter. We will do this. We will do this. Dun, dun, dun. They have a cast down in hand. This does get hexproof, correct? Yay. Oh, this is interesting. Sure, we'll get this out. Now, the hexproof is just till the end of turn, if I remember right. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. Woo! Let's draw a card. Yeah, let's get a critter out. We've seen some edicts. We've seen a lot of hasty pirates. I'm sure that Murasa is just going to come right on back. I'll drop a fountain. Just a setup turn here. Fountain. Angler. Angler the Wrangler. Might as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Boop. And we can trip that, and we have cast down. Feeling good. Pop it up. Pulse Murasa EOT. They'll be at 20. Ooh, man, we might run out of time. This is crazy. There it is. That's a neat little play, zapping their own dude there. All right, cast down. What you gonna hit? Obviously the Angler. Yo. They might run out of cards first. Oh man, Avenging Hunter. Yikes. Well, I feel pretty good about holding back, right? They get a land. I think I'll block first and then start zapping stuff. All right. 2 can play that game. We lose our dude. It's all right. We'll Kami EOT. Oh, Blood Fountain, everything back. Yo. There we go. Alright. I hope I don't lose on time. Just trying to play it correctly here. Creature, I say. Thorn's going to be dead. Wait, no, they already used that cast down. Woo! Alright. Still ain't lost. Let's go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be back for the last round right after this.
Live from Ravnica, it's the first annual Pauper Awards, celebrating excellence in the magical arts. Brought to you by PauperRBust. Our winner for Best Band goes to Cloud of Fairies, which won by a landslide of painful Turn 2 memories. Congratulations and good riddance. Our next award is for Best Flavor Text. There were many great nominees this year, but the poppy goes to Goblin Gardener for his attempt at growing a sausage tree. Our final poppy goes to our Player of the Year. Our winner is Kung Fu Tree. Consistent high tournament placements as well as creating the new archetype Delver Red. Congratulations to all our winners.
There you go, ESO. Flashback from the past. That's when Is It Fairies was created by Kung Fu Trees, who I was talking about last week. This is a little awkward. We're going up against the Orange Mitten, the reason Pauper exists. We'll get rid of a farm. Sure. A lot of you don't know, Pauper Tim is kind of one of the pillars of creating this online format we all know and love. A lot of history there. Well, the Poppies return this year. You know what? I want to get, it's my wife's friend that did the voiceover, and she did such a good job. I was coaching the hell out of her. She probably got pretty irritated at it, but when she got it right, it was really right. And I can't hear anybody else doing it. So yeah, I definitely need to revisit that. The second annual Pauper Awards, but it's just neat to look back and realize how far we've come. Anybody else remember how painful Cloud of Fairies was? Oh my God. You think Fairies is irritating now. That was ridiculous. It's like, here, let me just take a free turn. Set up everything. I love Scrapwork Mutt. I was very mad at myself for not playing Rakdos Burn with this. I've seen a few lists with it, and I think it's beautiful. It's just perfect for that list. Ooh. Hey, look at this. All right, Pauper Tim representing. Let's go. Woo. All right, we've got something online. We might as well get some blockers in the way here. We can just dispute them forever, right? Something going to the graveyard. I want to hold on to that bog as long as I can. The spice has landed. That would be great flavor text in Chimpskey. I love it. Just the way I read that just sounded so much funnier in my head. Yeah, maybe there's a... Are there any pickle cards mentioned? Anything pickle-like? Obviously a green deck, but it'd be funny to do something like that. So I'm all obsessed with both Magic and Pickleball. All right, let's block here. We'll do the thing with the Deadly Dispute. Draw some cards. Oh, got to pay for it first. We're going to get spell snared here. What's going on? Yes. Quit making me click on things. Ya fool. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted. Meaning it isn't. Or the Stitch Wing, right? All right, I like this play because our bog might be relevant. Oh, oh man. Come on, loot. Oh, man. Well, our Crypt Rats is feeling pretty good here. We'll kick here. Yes, please. I think I'll play out the rats, see if they got any removal. We're going to have a really fun time if we can throw a fangs on it. Considered the bog there because then we'd have the potential for 2, 3. Oh, you know what? No, that was a bit of a misplay. I should have played Sovereign there. You know, I'm not sure. That could go either way. It's nice having cast down mana available and be able to react and wipe their board and stuff. So we'll see. Did a quick search on Scryfall. No pickles. Oh, thank you for that Mind Stab throw. Save a few steps for me. Yeah, it doesn't feel very magic-like, does it? Maybe I should stop talking about it. Hey. All right, I'll block here. Gonna die next turn anyway. Come on, tap your red mana. Do I chance it? I think I do. Pauper Tim. All right. What's this hitting, Pauper? You going after my rat? The rat attack. Sure, I'll trip it. Is there any better thing to do? Yeah, we'll just crack it. Done. Boop. Okay. That mutt's going to at least get eaten by the bog now. They could bring it out, but it's the second main, so they can't attack with it. So that feels a little bit better. Almost hope we don't hit a land, so it makes my decision very easy. Kami might be good here, right? A lot of enchantments showing up. That's going to feel good, making it a 1/3. I'll go from there. Oh no, now we're out of mana. All right, let's play this out. Okay. I'll bog ya. I'll bother ya. Almost too many fangs, huh? Good problem to have, but do we want to kill one of them? Cancel. I'm going to kill one of them. Cool. Just want to really keep my tempo going here. Now we're playing Magic. Woo! All right. Killed the yard. Our land has stabilized. We've got lots of removal, life gain online, and the ability of Thorn. The big question is, what the hell is Pauper Tim playing? Uh-oh. Whoa, the Stitchwing showing up. Never mind that thing about the Thorn. Yowza. We can just block her all day long, though. I'll see your 3/4 with mine, sir. Doesn't this gain a lot of life when it comes into play? Which one am I thinking of? Whatever. All right. I told y'all I was going to probably bring something janky this week. I lied. This deck's really mean. Unless your opponent's just all in on the Lightning Bolt package game 1 and has really good draws, and you don't draw the life gain, which is what happened to me on Tuesday. It's got really good staying power. Argovian Restoration. I was in love the second I saw that. We have played a list like that. God, what was that? 8 or 9 months ago? I forget who the... I think it was a fan submission. A lot of fun. A lot of double takes, too. Like, wait, what's that card? Dun, 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 dun. Come on over, Stitchwing. I'll show you a thing of 3. Well, let's just clear the road, shall we? To the battlefield tapped. Cancel that. Undo. Let's see what our options are here. Well, let me draw a card. Oh yeah, we had one of our oldest commercials of the first annual Pauper Awards, and that was right when Kung Fu Trees first created Is It Fairies with Skred, and that was the player that actually did it first. So that's what it was. We've drawn lots. I'm gonna really want to hold on. I think we just pass here. I'm just eating away time. Yeah, I just wait. Boy, our black mana sources are hiding from us. Got double garden, radiant fountain. Once in a while that'll happen. That's funny how, speaking of cigarettes there, Iso, how vilified nicotine has become. And it's really not nicotine that's a problem. It's not even an issue health-wise from the doctors I've heard talk unpaid for about it. It's just all the toxic stuff that goes along with it. But by itself, like when people like vape it and stuff, it's like caffeine. It's just all upside. Obviously, just like water, you can overdo it. So be careful on that front. But otherwise, good times. And I think it was one of these old timers like George Burns said, there was some great quote. It's just like, something's got to kill you. It's always weird when somebody can do something like that for so long, like just smoke all the time, every time they're on camera and stuff, and then they end up like dying of something completely unsmoke related. It's just, I know two geneticists, and they are obviously their cards on the table. They're in the game. They're gonna, they're a hammer, and everything they see is a nail. But they're unabashedly just like, it is so much to do with just genetics. Like, what you born with? That's it. Okay, let me cast down this to make sense of our mana here. You heard it here first. THC, nicotine, it's all upside. Ooh, look at that. No. Is this the same list we were running? I don't know. Can't remember that far back. I don't think I've ever played Obsessive Search on a stream. Thank you, Swamp. I actually am I am happy to see you. Let's see here. Well, they're tapped out, so I like this attack phase here. I can Fangs and do some tricks. Let's just clear their board. We're drawing lots of cards. One more mana. I feel really good here. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have cast down instead, because they're probably fishing for a big fatty, but we got enough mana to flash it back. Oh, nice. These are the geezer. Yeah. Speaking of which, I think I mentioned that last week. I watched an old clip of Joe Rogan, and then I watched a new one, and the guy's like lost like 10 years. Granted, he's a multi-millionaire, and he literally has like IVs of his old, new blood reinfused, and he's doing like everything you can do, but it shows. I was pretty impressed. It's kind of night and day from the prior. Do we just smash in here? That just comes back. Ooh. What am I trying to do here? Deadweight's kind of a dead card here, but it's going to... I'm going to lose on time. Let's see. Do we have two critters? I'm talking too much. I'm doing everything too much here. Let's just smash in. If he blocks, we Fangs it. We gain 4 life, and we keep the race going that way, right? Sort of predictable here. Do I do it anyway? No. Bam. All right. I'll kill it. There's the tempo. Make him feel like he should have blocked. Yep. Walk a lot and genetics. It's pretty much and genetics, I come from a pretty long line, especially on my grandmother's side. Outside of tragic instances, there's quite a few centenarians. So you'll be seeing me for a while, I would hope. Wowza. Haste? Trample? When did this happen? Yeah, we just take it. I mean, it's trample. What am I going to do about it? Whole lot of nothing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got Edict math. That feels good. There's a whole lot of stuff going on there. Uh-oh, they got the answer for the Edict. Let's just top deck a swamp and we'll be able to still do it. Come on. It would be pretty cool to get killed with a 10-10 trample, though, right? Alrighty. Sorry, Pupper Tim. Magic's liking me today. We'll kill this. Down comes Edict. Zoop. 1, 2. Yeah, I just didn't see that. I was too busy talking about heritage. All right, come on. You got one card left. They can't all be 10-10s, right? It's probably Argovian Restoration. It's just wham! Come on over and smash. Woo. Uh-oh. Did I call it? This is terrible. At least they can't have haste now, though. Oh, look at that. Return target artifact from your graveyard to the battlefield. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yeah. This is all about graveyard. Oh, boy. Gotta stay alive here. Thought it'd be death on a stick, matey. I'm not too worried about Monarch here. As far as like losing it. Hold on. I've got a rat in the yard. That's not going to do anything at this board. Yeah, we'll play this out. I'm going to attack. If they don't block, then I'll dead weight the glider. Otherwise, I'm fine swinging like this. I might, this stage of the game, I might Fangs this. Yeah, I'm going to Fangs it. We haven't seen any removal. Might mean the difference here. Okay. They will be getting the Monarch. Our Edicts are dead for this play, but just trying to reduce any sort of shenanigans here. If we top deck a rat, I can still trip it for him. Oh, that helps. Let's try to kill that thing straight quick. No black from our opponent here. We have seen haste, but the stuff that he's hasting is huge and has trample. So our little plant token, I think, we're just going to throw both of them in front of that, and hopefully we come out on top. We will be bogging ASAP. Called it. Wiki Bear. Woo! What's that in reference to, Minds After All? Yeah, it was so hasty. I sure didn't see it happen. That is correct. You know, Crypt Rat isn't that bad here. Assuming we can keep that Rust Goliath out of our neighborhood. Boy, that would be terrifying in real life. The smoke kind of sells it, you know. That's scary. Synergy, drawn, more threat potential. Don't hit. The crab. Alrighty. I think their best move is just to not attack here. Well, yeah, we could top deck rat. There's, oh, we can just trip rat. Yeah, they kind of have to, right? If we trip that, we have enough to rat for 1. That's if we don't draw a land here. So, okay. Excuse me. And that thing again where I've eaten too many spicy foods for too long, and so I get that kind of a little bit of acid buildup. So I ain't sick. I just sound like it sometimes. Plus a long night of partying last night with the missus. Good times, but woke up sounding like a frog. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. What do we got? What do we got? There it is. Okay. All right, cool. Well, It's better than having to do it the other way. Bloop. Attack. Roar. Trip for 3. A 3-hour tour. Done. All right. Down goes Pauper Tim, at least for that game. This is a reanimator. Okay. Spinning Darkness be an option. Crypt Rats, I kind of liked seeing that. Deadweight, such a good metagame call, but against rogue decks, it doesn't feel all that good. I don't want to get rid of all of them, though. I think I'll get rid of 2 of them. Definitely Spellbomb. Yeah, we're probably gonna want all of these in here. Why would you bring in Return to Nature? Oh, for just, yeah, Singleton Graveyard Hate. That's a good point. And maybe instead of Spellbomb, because we can destroy the artifact. That's a good call. I apologize for even questioning it. All right. Bye-bye Deadweights. Let's go into Ultra Hate mode here. We've got all kinds of removal now. Maybe lose... I think we could lose maybe 1 Angler. Yeah, definitely Edicts. 1 Fangs. Maybe we'll get rid of a Wellspring. This is just like I hate Tim.deck. One neat thing about Golgari is, and Chimpskey can tell you better than anybody, is when you look at it, you really do have access to everything. I mean, that Return to Nature is a really nice card. I mean, that's so cool. A common that does 3 things. It's like, hey, that 10/10 got you down, got you covered. The haste enchantment, nope, end of turn, whack. Trying to reanimate it, zing. With the Rot Farm, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So almost a 1/6 of our deck can deal with the graveyard. Oh, that's a nice plan there, Dreamer Stango. And knowing Pauper Tim, he might be doing just that. I'm sure you've all made that mistake the first time you played against that. What kind of hand is this? I could see if we were splashing black. Wow. Oh, that's an easy mulligan. All right, let's see. We'll keep this. We didn't even see an Edict, did we? I'll get rid of the garden. Keep our tempo up, huh? All right. It's a great first turn play. We'll bring out the Spellbomb. Good luck, sir. Having known that or if I had known that we were going to draw a Rot Farm, I would have pitched a Vault, but not really too concerned since their big fatties are either flying or have trample. I'm not leaning too heavily on the Forest Persuasion. Let's go, let's go. Okay. I could slow roll that a little bit. Sure. We're not in any threat. Now, I'm really glad that I did that because we drew it anyway. Obsessive search. It almost looks comical, that artwork. The question strained his sanity. The answer snapped it in half. That's pretty good. Pretty good flavor. We just had that little commercial from long ago, the Pauper Awards, where we went over the best flavor text. Had to give Shirazam the nod there. Goblin Gardener won. That blue one, what is it? Inspiration. That's one of my very favorite. I'm going to let this hit. If we get a Deadly Dispute, I'll probably target that plant token. Headed out. Got to make some food. Daddy-o. See you in a couple of weeks. Yep. Yeah, another reminder to y'all. There will be no show next week. But then we'll be back right after that. back with many zero casting cost artifacts. But thanks for joining me live. For those of you that did, if you're watching this on YouTube later on, please like and subscribe, and remember to spread the word if you can. It's just little old me in the dark room all by myself editing videos for y'all. Here we go. Pretty underwhelming, isn't it? Might as well. Rot Farm. Block that scrapwork mutt for a few turns. We got next turn rat, maybe. Not even sure if that's worth it. Might feel different after this turn. Come on over. Bloop. Oh, there's a target. Now if I have to use that Spellbomb, I won't feel as bad about stuff. I believe... You know what? I think I want to play Garden Rat. If they got removal, that's fine. I don't need to get the value off of this. I can still trip it. Do this. I'm just going to gain a whole lot of life if this rat plan works next turn. Because we'll put the fangs on it, and that'll be that. We have 22 lands. Hasn't been so far. I added the one, and I've only had 1 or 2 flood games, and a lot of good draws. Today, excluded. Just okay draws, but... Ooh, just the wind. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Madness. Ah! Why burn it when you can return it? A very cutesy card. Madness. That's actually pretty on theme, isn't it? Got your restoration right here, cowboy. Ran into an arcane list. I think it was on Monday. Incredible. Lost on time, but it was the better list for sure. Goliath. Nah. Get out of here, you. No. All right, we lose a little bit of synergy there, but... One, two. We'll cast it again. Bloop. We'll bring out a Rot Farm. And pass the turn. This is very typical of this list. Feels like you're getting nowhere. You get to about that 5th or 6th mana, and then it's just you can do everything. Kind of pay your dues sort of thing, right? I will block the mutt. Block. The arcane list was it was mono blue, if I remember right. No, it had a little bit of green, but it wasn't for like Moment's Peace and such. It was I had it written down in the other room. It's pretty fascinating though. Yeah, they just milled me out with oh, this is the wrong piece of paper. That was my frog notes. Thought I had it with me. No, didn't have that. I was just incredibly focused. I really should rewind the games and come up with it again. Well, that rat's going to get really nice and bite-sized. Just the wind. Return target creature to its owner's hand. This is getting a wee bit frustrating, but I'll keep waiting. Trip it now. You get 3 critters out of the deal. That guy's just going to come back. That's fine. Better watch my time. 2 minutes down. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let me, I'll draw a card here, see what we get. Yep. Get a blocker. We'll play the rat. Like 3 turns ago, we should have been able to come away with this, but a lot of bounce showing up. If that 10-10 dude shows up, I'm going to be dead meat. Oh, they do have removal. Okay. Oh. Let's see. Blood Fountain. Anything other than land here, we're going to be I might be able to pull out of this. It's getting grim. No, it didn't have those either. At 7 life, I don't think we can play around much of anything right now, but it's a good reminder. Beware of the crab. That might shut the door. We top deck a Crypt Rat. Another reason I'm a fan of playing multiples. Or in this. Return to nature. Yeah, it feels a bit underwhelming, don't it? Play the Blood Fountain here. I don't think we can win, right? Let's trip this. Discarding this. Debt to the Kami. I think he's got our number here, guys. That's 5 mana. I can't really do much of anything. All right. Let's stop wasting time and give him this game. We'll go to game 3. All right. Did I overboard? I don't think so. That felt pretty good. Yeah. I know rats are a lot more tenacious than that, aren't they? So a lot harder to kill than you might think. This feels too situational. I'm going to lose Spinning Darkness. I know I can grab the blue flyer, but what do I take instead? I'm going to bring him back in that angler. Let's get a big fatty showing up. We were kind of creature light that time, so... Yeah, Dreamer Stingo, I was thinking of that, but their guys on the ground are all like 10-10. But, oh, you're right. Yeah, that 2-1. That really nibbled us up for quite a bit there while we were waiting to use the yard there. So, yeah, let's play first. Can we keep a hand, please? This is getting... Flood I would understand, but getting screwed is very frustrating. We'll keep this. Obviously very relevant. Very relevant. I think I'm going to... I'll lose the Thorn. They're going to have those early critters. Garden only going to go so far with a cast down behind it. So hopefully we can get our Fangren Marauder online. That's problem with a Marauder in this style is that, you know, it's just, if he does have that bounce draw again, it's going to be miserable paying 6 mana. Whew. Crazy. Okay. Well, I'll just do this now. Clunky, but we're just trying to draw cards. Okay. Nice basic showing up there. I think I'll let that Epicure hit me 3 or 4 times before I consider blocking it, because we've already seen the, what is that, Scattermutt? What's it called? The 2-1 with Undying. It's called a good time. If you're brewing with it, that's a lot of card. I think that was on our spoiled list. If not, it should have been all upside. Look at us, Ma. We're a green list. Boy, if we win here, we haven't lost in 2 weeks. Like nicotine. That's right, Mindset Throw. Don't quote me on that. Mothers everywhere. How dare you? Well, not much to think about here. I'll just bring back the fountain. Keep our tempo up. Pass the turn. You know, I'm playing these things called Deadly Disputes and Rechner's Bargain, but for some reason they seem to be at the bottom of my list when I'm playing against Pauper Tim. I've got all the food out there ready to eat. Nobody's showing up for the cuisine. Cuisine, wrong choice of words. All you can eat. Buffet, that's what I mean to say. Didn't mean to rhyme either. Pretty good taste in lands. I approve. Bog's not going to do too much here. I'm really going to try to hold off. I kind of like that I have 3 lands in hand. All right, sure. That's what rats are for, right? Oh, that Marauder feels like such a liability because we've already seen that he has bounce. So it's like, enough chance he's running a Gorilla Shaman. I don't know if I want to run that Vault out. We'll play this. 4 mana available. Considering a Fangs play here to just block, that'd be pretty funny. Probably losing Magic, though. Yeah, we'll cast that down. Well, no, we should probably wait on that cast down. Ooh, a lot of waiting going on here. Let me cast this down. I think I'll block this time. I don't like getting shocked every turn. I mean, we have the Radiant Fountain back up. I shouldn't block. That signals that he probably has that bounce card in hand and was considering using it on himself. If he had another blue mana, I think that might have been what happened. I don't know what's in his hand, but that's my little crystal ball insight for those of you that were curious. Equaling none of you. Oh, there is another land. Well, I had to have been wrong then. No targets in yard, but this is a nice time to be flooded because we can just wait on Bog and keep hitting our land drops. That feels pretty good. The modern age. Finally, something of relevancy. Okay, I think I have to play... I want to play around the crab. I'll play this, get our mana right. No. Well, let me do it now. I'm trying to think of like potential upside, downsides. I'd rather just know what we're sitting on here. Okay. And other good stuff. Woo! Good times. Beginning of turn, I'll debt to the Kamium, and then we'll at least be able to get rid of that. Actually, I should do it now. A few times this makes a little bit more sense. Make sure there's no other enchantments. Yeah, let's do it like this. Exile, baby. You got your crab now? Wait, no, they don't have crab math, do they? That costs 3. If we can find the rats. 3, 4, 5. So next turn we can Fangren and just trip the treasure just because. Just to gain 5 life if they have any sort of interactions with us. Echoing Truth. Used on themselves. Okay. That works. Glad our Marauder didn't meet that fate. Take this up. Bounce is always scary. Deals with everything. Well, except hexproof, but... And then there's curfew, right? Ooh, I've been having some long shows. I'm usually done by now. That's interesting. There's no big targets. You have even 1 mana open after resolving Crypt Rats. Yeah, there's a lot of games that go that way, Dreamer Stingo. The games you do lose, it's like, oh my goodness, one more turn. This is 4. Games are going a little bit too long for my taste, so I'm going to call it quits after this one. But thanks for joining me, everybody. I've reached my limit. Got to get out and have some sun hit my face. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Okay. Feeling good about that. Alright. There's nothing I really want to hit in the yard here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crunch. We'll just do this now. Get our life back here. Play this. And we're good. That's probably going to just get returned to our hand. But we're getting to that point. It's really inefficient, but we can just keep casting it. And if they do any shenanigans here, we're going to reap the benefits. Mr. Marauder has a very fish-like face. There's a fish that I've heard is responsible for all the sands on all the beaches. I found that hard to believe, but it came from a pretty good source. It was Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about that. And they nibble on this these corals, and they actually, it sounds gross, but they poop out sand. I forget what the name of the fish is called, but I was like, it can't be just that one species that literally has made the fine sand that you see on most beaches. It's like, that's way too much time. It's hard to fathom. And who can prove that? But it looks almost identical to that. It's a white fish. And it has that kind of mouth. Just looks terrifying. Like, I'd rather be bitten by anything other than that. He said, not stepping on the beach again. Woo! Love it. 5 minutes left. Yeah, right, exactly. Ever hear of honey? Okay. Let's smash into this. I'm going to kill this dude now. Then we'll bog. Oh, should have attacked first, too. Might as well have gotten another critter out of the way, right? At least we get rid of Stitchwing this way. Attack. Yeah. We're not going to need much life here, so I'm going to trip this. Get rid of the fountain. Go up 26. Draw land. Don't need it. We're good. Would have been really nice to find that green or instant. If we could kill some stuff, gain some life, or get rid of their kill spell. But 26 life. Feel like we got a little bit of wiggle room here. And by a little, I mean a lot. Sure, we'll take that. Still considering Unexpected Fangsing that. That'd be so funny. Blue Ninja. Oh, the crab. Yikes. That's a whole lot of card. Woo. Damn. Okay. Let's be impatient here, and we will bargain this. Tapped out. I want to see some options here. Okay. That doesn't feel too bad. Play this out. Have I done that? I'll do this. Oh boy. Guess we just sit back. Unexpected Fangs has waited long enough. There it is. Please tap out, Pauper Tim. We've only got the one critter in our yard. We'll chance it. No. Crab's a thing. If we wait till now, we can actually also do it. on our turn. So, what am I trying to say? This. Ah, restraint. Okay. Let's kill the team. Done. Thank you for that, Nim. That time is getting scary. I froze for a minute thinking like, did he target that instead? It's like, no. Should I smash in with this? Nah, it's better. Better alive. The Marauder versus the Crab. Who will win? Find out on next week's exciting episode of Propaganda. Or this week's. Come on over. Surprisingly swarmy build, isn't it? Okay. This is getting scary. It's a 2-turn clock. Yowza. That helps a lot. Creature. That's an artifact too, but it doesn't get exiled. I mean, but it doesn't get removed is what I meant to say. Bonk. Sure. Should I wait? Let's smash. Oh, wait, we can't. Good times. Hey, I kind of like seeing the garden at this stage, especially with a 5/7 that doesn't have trample. Woo! Gain some life. Probably looking for some sort of bounce. Yeah, I've been showing some pretty good restraint today. There it is. Drawing cards. Man, all these games going in like the single digits. If you're into just chilling out and playing a long game of Magic, this is the deck for you. Usually always gets there, as we've seen today. Will Pauper Tim be the exception? Debt to the Kami, man. That is a hell of a card. Answers a lot of problems in Pauper. Even here, you know, they can't reanimate it. It's gone. Gond. All right. Whole lot of nothing so far. Life total is such that feels like we can pull this one off. Right? We have a Crypt Rats. That's it. Well, all right. Let's try to kill it. Ward 3, you betcha. Here's your 3. What I remember about Ward was that you had to pay it immediately when we were playing that artifact build. I'm only going to come in with 1 here because of the haste. I don't think 1 damage is really going to mean that big of a difference. Actually, it would have. Never mind. But I remember we were playing leather armor, and I remember when somebody wouldn't pay for it immediately, I don't know if it was worded differently or what. I'm pretty sure it said Ward. And I remember that being a thing. And then when the crab and others came out, it was like, wait a minute, why aren't you, why isn't this working? There's another. Brother from another mother. Tripping for just value here. Gain some life. Okay. Yes. Draw. Double Sovereign. That's pretty sweet. Said no one ever. Oh, I can't double sovereign, can I? Yeah, I can. Wait, 2, 4. Yeah. Make up your mind, sir. This is gross. If it works. Sovereign, sovereign. Death by Thorn. They could bolt it. Yeah. Something dies. It like Rocky. If he dies, he dies. We got a bolt for the Thorn to buy another turn. Might be enough to... they'd need a Stitchwing draw, double Stitchwing draw. They're not in the colors to gain life. Who knows? Maybe he's got a life staff. Or you never can put it past Pauper Tim. But we ended up winning the day on that one. Great games. Cool build. I was really impressed with how swarmy that Reanimator list was. Usually you think kind of somebody's going all in with a Reanimator style, but that wasn't the case. Pauper Tim is very, very good deck designer. Okay, so this is Black Garden. Like last week, we went undefeated. Trend I don't want to continue, by the way. I like to show off sometimes janky builds, but things to inspire people. But I've been playing this week a lot in the last 2 weeks, and so I've just really got an affinity for it and really like it. Go over the list here real quick. We've got all 4 vaults in my build. Swamps, 2 fountains, 4 gardens, 3 rot farms, and 2 bogs. Grand total of 22. The deck list will be in the link below on YouTube later on. You can just click, load it up, and then you don't have to go searching for all this, or this is just to describe my thoughts. Dead weight here, just an MVP of the list. Again, you're going against any sort of mid-range list, or when it's not relevant, that's 4 spots that open up straight away and let you play with your sideboard a lot. The big thing here is either this or this usually get eaten by dispute or bargain, or if you're hurting for life, you know, bargain and angler. Nobody's new to that strategy. We've got a lot of life, sneaky life gain in this list, hidden here and there, with the Sovereign being able to bring everything back with 3 blood fountains and then 2 unexpected fangs. It gets there. It's a really consistent, inevitable list. It just keeps squishing. So good games back to you, Pauper Tim. That was a little nerve-wracking there. I was worried about my time, as you know. But anyway, guys, I'll be off next week. So please don't give me grief. I will see you in 2 weeks. Until then, we're going to go out with a little thing I did because my son was just playing Zelda last night. And so I figured I'd merge it with MTG. Love you all. See you in 2 weeks. Adios.